Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am currently in Estonia and it is our fourth day of the 10-day mandatory isolation here, and I'm really bored to death already. But anyways, on today's video, I want to share with you our KLM or Royal Dutch Airlines experience from Cairo to Amsterdam Schiphol Airport. We didn't take KLM going to Tallinn because they don't really fly going to Tallinn. So we took Air Baltic, that it is their partner, I guess. So yeah, it was only a 4 to 5 hour flight from Cairo to Amsterdam, and I must say that overall it was a pleasant experience. So KLM is a carrier based in Netherlands, and well, that means that if you fly with KLM, you will be transiting in Netherlands or like somewhere. I don't know if they really fly somewhere like other than Amsterdam Schiphol, but it looks like it's their hub. But yeah, so if you are transiting in or flying with KLM, you will be transiting most probably in Amsterdam Schiphol Airport. And then that also means that if you are flying to Amsterdam or transiting to Amsterdam Airport, you have to comply to all the travel restrictions imposed by the government of Netherlands. Before we were able to transit to Netherlands, we had to had like a PCR test that was taken 72 hours before arrival. I suggest that you take or you go to the lab that like gives you result like 24 hours or like shorter, so you won't have any problem. And also you will need a rapid antigen test 4 hours before departure, so they will like check that as well. And you will also need a negative test declaration form that you have to fill up. You can download this in the government of Netherlands website or in the KLM website, so they will redirect you to the form that you need, and you have to print that. Everything actually has to be printed. So yeah, just ask your, like, if you're not at home or if you're traveling prior to like your flight, you can ask your hotel to like print it out for you. Some countries in the European Union doesn't really allow, non-EU citizens to transit or go inside the Schengen countries. But well, luckily Amsterdam like imposed a stricter measures, but I was able to transit because I only had a D visa, and I was like, we were still going to Estonia. It was a smooth process, and I'm really fortunate because at first I was trying to transit in Poland. I like emailed a month ago, but they said that I can't. That's why we chose to fly with KLM instead and transit to Netherlands. Actually, we were really at ease already, but they added like the rapid antigen test that we have to take 4 hours before departure. And we were lucky that the Egyptian quarantine authority have provided the rapid antigen test at the airport, or else we would have to rebook a flight or go to another country that has an antigen test to just get that. And that's really frustrating, but we're fortunate that that didn't happen to us. After getting the results of that rapid antigen test that we had to take, we proceeded to the security check, the initial one, and then we headed to the check-in counter, there weren't really a lot of people because they're still at the rapid antigen test section. So it was such a breeze. They just asked for the PCR test and the antigen test, so they should be both negative. They didn't really ask for the health declaration or the negative test declaration form. So yeah, so after checked in, just passport control, then we waited to board our flight. I've noticed that there weren't really a lot of social distancing, but anyways, Yeah, it was fine. It was so quick because there's not much people. I think there were only like 60, the aircraft is only 60% full that time. Ivar and I are sitting in the middle row with other people. The flight is not really full, but we are sitting most of us are sitting tightly. I don't know why. I think it's like because of the balance of the aircraft, but there are a lot of vacant seats. So the crew told us that after the seatbelt sign has been switched off, we can move to another seat. So we were near the emergency exit seats. So we just grabbed those seats. So we had an extra leg room. And yeah, it was okay after that. Our flight was nighttime, so they have provided a blanket for us. Though I opened one and they kind of smell a bit funny. It seems like they weren't dried out properly, so it's like it wasn't good. So I ended up returning it. They have also provided a refreshing towel, a bottled water, and the earphones for like media usage. So that's good. I used the refreshing towel and it was so good. It was really refreshing. What I like the most is that they have provided us dinner because it was a night flight, and yeah, it was a hot meal. Oh my god. I was so happy about that because the last time I flew okay, with a different airline, I did a review with a Turkish airline flight that I did Manila to Istanbul for 13 hours, and they only provided two like sandwiches that weren't even good. And it was so frustrating. I paid a lot for that flight, and the catering service of TK right now is so disappointing. But anyways, KLM didn't disappoint, so they provided us some dessert, which is the cake, then a salad, then also a vegetarian lasagna. It's a typical, airplane food. I can't complain. At least it was a hot meal. And also this part is so like it makes me happy. Other than the Coke or the beverage, the normal non-alcoholic beverage, they also serve the usual wine and beer. They didn't have whiskey. I was asking for whiskey, but they didn't have. But at least they had like alcoholic stuff because in the Turkish airline flight that I had flew from Manila, they were just like serving a juice and a bottled water, and it was so disappointing. Also, I like how friendly and hospitable their crews are. At these times, people working in the airline industry really avoid, they're trying to do minimal contacts. But in the case of KLM, the crews or the staff were really friendly and welcoming, and it was really a comfortable flight to be in. They were hospitable at the same time. They implement the rule of the airline to wear your face mask at all times or properly. I saw one crew that asked a man that wasn't wearing his face mask properly to wear it properly. And yeah, I think that's really important. Be hospitable even when at this times, but implement the rules that you have to implement. The flight lasted for like about 4 to 5 hours, and we landed at the Amsterdam Schiphol airport. And upon disembarking, it was the same process as the pre-COVID-19 situation. People aren't really social distancing. They even like remove their seat belts, even like we haven't like parked yet. I think it happens most of the time because I think like people like think that it's still normal, so there weren't social distancing at all. Anyways, it was an overall good experience compared to my Turkish airline flight for like a 13-hour flight from Manila to Istanbul that didn't give us a hot meal and just gave us two sandwiches that are kind of shitty. I really liked the KLM flight that we got into. I know that they're trying to like get back to the way it was before, but with extra precautions. So yeah, overall everything was good. I really recommend flying with KLM. And that is it for KLM flight experience. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on my next vlog. Bye.